Hello, my name is Jenny. I live in London. I rent a small flat, and I teach English literature at a university. But in summer, there are no classes. So every summer, I take a small job. And every summer, something strange happens to me. This is the story of a silver ring, a running tap, and one small grammar mistake. If stories like this help you learn English, please subscribe. And if you like mysteries, give this video a like. It means a lot. Now, listen carefully. Every detail is important. That summer, I had a job at Rose House, a small guest house in the countryside. The owner was Miss Rose, a kind old lady. My job was simple: sit at the desk, answer the phone, and help the guests. Miss Rose loved her silver ring. It was her grandmother's ring. She wore it every day. "Jenny," she told me once, "this ring is my whole family, in one small circle of silver." 3 other people were in the house that week. Mrs. May, the cook, a warm, friendly woman. She always said, "A clean kitchen is a happy kitchen." Old Tom, he fixed things: doors, windows, lamps. And one guest, Mr. Stone, from room 7. Mr. Stone was quiet. Too quiet. He never smiled. He never talked at dinner. And every evening he was writing something in his room. When I walked past his door, he closed it. What was he hiding? I did not like him. That was my first mistake. But you will see. Now, that evening. It was 7 o'clock. I was drinking tea in the kitchen. Mrs. May was cooking. She smiled and said, "Dinner is finished, dear, and I washed all the dishes before dinner, every cup, every plate, all clean and dry." I looked at the rack. She was right. The dishes were standing there, clean and dry. Remember this, my friend. Remember every word. At 8 o'clock, Mr. Stone called me. "Jenny, my ink pot is empty. I want to write letters tonight. Can you fill it?" I took his ink pot to the kitchen. But then the phone rang. Then Miss Rose asked for tea. And I forgot about it. The ink pot was sitting in the kitchen, empty. Remember this too. At 9 o'clock, the big clock in the hall struck 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 9. And then I heard a scream. It was Miss Rose. She was standing at her open door. "My ring, my silver ring. I was taking a bath. Only 10 minutes. And now it is gone." I ran to the phone, but the line was dead. The storm broke it. The village was far away. So, no police tonight. Only me. And 3 people in the house. One of them was a thief. I am a teacher. I am not a detective. But a teacher listens to words very carefully. So I asked everybody the same question. "What were you doing at 9 o'clock?" Mrs. May was in the kitchen. I could hear the water running in the sink. "What was I doing?" "I was washing the dishes, dear." "Listen. I am still washing them now." And it was true. I heard that water all evening. From 8 until now. Without stopping. The tap was running. And running. And running. Old Tom said. I was fixing the lamp in the hall. And I saw him there myself. When the clock struck 9, he was standing on his ladder, right in front of me. Tom had a real alibi. Then, room 7. Mr. Stone opened the door. Just a little. I was writing letters all evening. I heard nothing. "Can I see the letters?" "No. They are private." And he closed the door. Well, well, well. I was almost happy. Because now I had my thief. Think about it. The ink pot. It was still in the kitchen. Empty. Mr. Stone had no ink. A pen without ink does not write. So he was not writing letters. His alibi was a lie. The quiet man. The secret letters. The closed door. It was him. Right? I knocked on his door again. I put the empty ink pot in front of him. You were writing letters, Mr. Stone? With what ink? His face went red, not white, red. He looked down and quietly said, with a pencil. He opened his desk and showed me the letters. 10 letters, 20 letters, all written in pencil, all beginning with the same words. Dear Emily. Love letters. Mr. Stone was writing love letters to a woman in London. He was too shy to send them. That was his big secret. Not a ring. Just a heart. I said sorry and walked down the stairs. Slowly. I was so sure. And I was so wrong. The strange man was innocent. Tom had an alibi. And Mrs. May was washing the dishes. I heard the water myself. The water. I stopped on the stairs. The water. It was running when the ring disappeared. It was running 1 hour later. The same sound. Never stopping. Tell me, my friend. When you wash dishes, does the water run without stopping? For 1 whole hour? I went into the kitchen. Quietly. Mrs. May was standing at the sink. The tap was open. The water was running. But her hands were dry. The soap was dry. And the dishes on the rack. They were the same dishes from 7 o'clock. Clean and dusty dry. Nobody was washing anything. And then I remembered her words. My teacher's ears remembered. At 7 o'clock she said, I washed all the dishes before dinner. Washed. Past simple. A finished action. Everything was already clean. So at 9 o'clock, what was there to wash? Nothing. Mrs. May, I said slowly, you said, I was washing the dishes at 9, but you washed them all before dinner. You told me yourself, so at 9, you were not washing anything. The tap was working, but you were not. The tap was running, running, running. She did not turn around. Then she said, very quietly, turn off the water, dear. I hate that sound now. The ring was in her apron pocket. She opened the tap at 8, so I could hear washing all evening. Then she went upstairs, waited for the bath, and took the ring. The sound of water was her alibi, not her hands, just a sound. Why? Money problems, a debt, a plan to sell the ring quietly. In the morning, the police came. Miss Rose got her grandmother's ring back. She was sad about Mrs. May, but she was smiling at her ring. And Mr. Stone? A week later, he finally sent 1 letter to London. Just 1. The answer came in 3 days. Emily said yes. And me? I was learning the best lesson of that summer. People can lie. Sounds can lie. But grammar always tells the truth. Now, open my notebook with me. 3 clues from tonight. Clue number 1. I was washing the dishes at 9. Was plus ing. Past continuous. An action in progress. Happening at that moment. Clue number 2. I washed all the dishes before dinner. Past simple. A finished action. Done. Complete. Nothing left to wash. Clue number 3. The most important. These two sentences cannot both be true. If you washed everything before dinner, you were not washing at 9. One small word. Caught a thief. And now? Your turn, detective. Tell me in the comments. What were you doing yesterday at 9 o'clock? And what did you do before that? Use both. Was doing. And did. I read every comment. And next time, I will tell you about my next summer job. A small bookshop. Where one book was bought twice by a man who was never there. See you, my friend.